Welcome to the Weird and Unexplained with John. In 2025, a disturbing pattern has emerged, far from the sensational news cycles. We're talking about individuals who disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only unanswered questions and the gnawing anguish of their loved ones. This isn't about solving a grand mystery, but rather shining a light on the baffling, uncatalogued reality of lives inexplicably erased this year. Forget the high-profile cases you've seen plastered across your news feeds. We're going beyond the headlines to tell the untold stories of unexplained disappearances in 2025. Every day, we're bombarded with news of dramatic events, crimes, and conspiracies. But beneath that loud surface lies a quieter, more unsettling reality. It's the story of people who were here one moment and gone the next, their absence a silent void that news algorithms often ignore. These aren't just statistics. They are parents, children, friends, and neighbors. Their stories are defined not by sensationalism, but by the profound and relatable anguish of the families left behind, searching for answers in a deafening silence. Today, we delve into the Vanishing Point, a retrospective on the cases of 2025 that defy easy explanation, hinting at a mystery that is both diverse and deeply baffling. Let's move beyond the algorithms and look at the cases the news missed. Our first case takes us to a quiet, rural property, home to Elias Vance. Elias was a creature of habit, a man whose life was a predictable rhythm. One Tuesday morning, that rhythm stopped. His coffee was half drunk on the kitchen counter, the front door was unlocked, but there were no signs of a struggle, no forced entry, nothing to suggest foul play. His truck was still in the driveway. Elias Vance, a man who rarely left his small corner of the world, had simply stepped out of his life. Neighbors and police were stumped. He had no known enemies, no financial troubles, no reason to run. It's as if he was erased. Then there's the baffling case of the eco-homesteaders, a small, tight-knit group of 5 individuals who had established an off-grid commune deep in a remote wilderness area. They were dedicated to living sustainably, documenting their journey online for a small but loyal following. Their last post was a serene video of them planting a winter garden. A week later, when a planned supply drop-off arrived, the commune was deserted. Food was left on the table, their personal belongings were untouched, and their livestock was wandering freely. The wilderness was searched for weeks, using drones and ground teams, but not a single trace of the 5 homesteaders was ever found. They vanished together from a place they called paradise, leaving a digital ghost and an unsettling quiet in the forest. Perhaps most perplexing is the disappearance of Dr. Anya Sharma. Dr. Sharma was a brilliant cryptographer working at a high-security research facility. Her work was so sensitive that she lived and worked in a completely monitored environment. Every door she passed, every keystroke she made, was logged. Yet one evening she was gone. Security footage shows her entering her lab, but no footage shows her leaving. Her access card was never used to exit the building. The only thing she left behind was her terminal, displaying a complex string of encrypted data that no one, not even her own colleagues, has been able to decipher. How does a person vanish from one of the most secure buildings on the planet? It's a question that has baffled top investigators and fueled quiet speculation within the intelligence community. As we examine these disparate cases, certain patterns and anomalies begin to emerge, making the mystery even deeper. A surprising number of the vanished, like Elias Vance, were individuals with highly specific, predictable routines. They lived in seemingly low-risk environments where the unexpected was a rarity. This predictability, which should have made their movements easy to trace, paradoxically seems to have contributed to the mystery of their disappearance. They didn't deviate from their patterns until the one day they disappeared completely. It's a chilling detail that defies criminal profiling. There was no apparent catalyst, no sudden change in behavior, just a clean, sharp break from reality. What's more, there's a consistent and frustrating lack of conventional evidence. In almost all of these uncatalogued cases, you find no bodies, no ransom notes, no signs of a struggle, and no clear motives. Law enforcement is left with a vacuum. It's not just a cold case. It's a case that was never even warm. Naturally, in the absence of facts, speculation flourishes. The internet is filled with theories, from clandestine government programs to a new, silent pandemic of voluntary dropouts. But we must be careful. These unsubstantiated theories, while tempting, often obscure the genuine mystery and disrespect the very real pain of the families involved. By dismissing the more outlandish conspiracies, we can refocus on the chilling, verifiable truth. People are disappearing, and we have no idea why. The real story isn't about aliens or secret societies. It's about the terrifyingly simple fact that a person can be completely and utterly gone, leaving nothing but questions in their wake. The true weight of these disappearances isn't measured in clues or theories, but in the silent echo they leave behind. For the families, life becomes a perpetual state of limbo. Imagine waking up every day not knowing if your loved one is alive or dead, if they left by choice or were taken. It's an ambiguous loss, a wound that can't close because there is no closure. We spoke with the sister of one of the vanished, who described it as living in a constant fog, replaying the last conversation over and over, searching for a clue she might have missed. This is the human cost, a quiet, unending anguish that headlines never capture. This burden also falls heavily on law enforcement. These cases are a detective's worst nightmare. With no starting point, no evidence, and no leads, they represent a massive drain on resources and a source of profound professional frustration. Officers are trained to solve puzzles, but what happens when there are no puzzle pieces? This leads to a wider societal unease. If someone can vanish from a secure facility or a quiet farm without a trace, what does that say about our collective security? The invisible fences of routine and safety that we build around our lives suddenly feel fragile. It's the chilling realization that the unknown can breach our world at any moment. Even in 2025, with our advanced technology, we are forced to confront our limitations. We have satellite imagery, global surveillance networks, and data analysis powered by AI that can predict trends and track individuals across the globe. Yet, these powerful tools sometimes hit a dead end. Technology can only analyze the data it's given. When a person disappears without leaving a digital or physical footprint, the machine has nothing to process. We are left facing the uncomfortable truth that some questions may never be answered. Some voids may never be filled. And so, we must acknowledge the enduring mystery. The stories of Elias Vance, the eco-homesteaders, and Dr. Anya Sharma may remain unsolved. Their fate's a permanent question mark in the narrative of 2025. But their stories matter. It's crucial that we remember them, not as sensational headlines or conspiracy fodder, but as human beings whose absence has left an irreplaceable hole in the lives of those who love them. Let's look beyond the noise and offer our compassion to those living in the shadow of the unknown. The search for answers continues, and so will our investigation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the void. If these stories resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries that shape our world. Stay aware and stay compassionate.